Peace be upon you all. We've all noticed how mosquitoes and insects are strongly attracted to light. Any night, if you look at a street light, you'll see a bunch of flying bugs circling the lamp in a crazy way. And if you open your room's window at night, especially if the light is on, you'll find insects flying inside in crowds. But if you turn off the light and it's daytime outside, they'll leave through the same window. Hi, I'm Jihad Hamdi. Before we begin, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our videos. Now, first of all, not all insects love light. Some hate it completely. But today we're talking about the ones that do get attracted to light. They always move toward it and keep flying around it randomly. And sometimes when they get too close to the light source, they get burned and die. Many scientific studies have tried to explain this strange behavior. One theory says that mosquitoes and other bugs use light to navigate. Most night, insects rely on natural light to move from one place to another. But they don't see light the same way we do, especially light from natural sources. Mosquitoes move based on angles. They use the light from the moon and stars to keep a steady direction. These natural lights create a straight, invisible line that insects follow to stay on course, like their own natural GPS. That's why, if you open your window at night with the light on, they fly in directly, because that's how they're used to navigating. But here's the problem. With the invention of artificial lights in our modern world, things got messy for insects. Now there are way too many bright angles from artificial lights. And these lights are much closer than the moon and stars. If an insect sees the moon, it can never reach it. But if it sees a lamp, it can fly straight to it, touch it, land on it. And that's something insects never experienced before. So when they get that close, they get confused. They lose their sense of direction. They can't figure out where to go next. So they just keep circling the light endlessly. Now for daytime insects, it's the opposite. Before artificial light, night meant sleep. Daytime meant light, food, and activity. But now artificial lights confuse them too. They think it's daytime and start acting like it. That's why they also gather around lights at night. And it's not just insects. Many animals in the streets gather around light poles at night too. Light sparks their curiosity and pulls them closer. There's another theory about mosquitoes and light. Some scientists believe that mosquitoes fly to lamps thinking they'll find food inside them. Let me explain. Light is made of several color waves: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Insects are attracted to light that contains ultraviolet rays, especially blue or violet tones. Why? Because most flowers reflect ultraviolet light. So when insects see that kind of light, they think it's a flower. That's why LED lights attract more bugs. They emit more UV and blue light. The bugs mistake them for food or flowers. But again, not all insects are affected by UV light, so here comes a third theory. This one says that strong lights, like lamps or candles, give off heat and smells, similar to the chemical signals female insects release to attract males. So mosquitoes think there are female insects nearby, inviting them to mate. But it's all just an illusion. So the males go toward the lights, circle around them, and the only thing they get out of it is a bit of warmth. Finally, a fourth theory says, insects gather around lights to feel safe. They're trying to avoid the dark, because in the dark they might crash into things or get eaten by predators. But here's the strange part. Getting attracted to artificial light isn't a good thing for insects at all. Mosquitoes don't even like light. They prefer flower nectar, carbon dioxide, water vapor, or heat. They only use light as a tool to find those things. So being in the light for too long actually harms them. In fact, it kills huge numbers of them over time. For millions of years, insects only knew natural light. To them, darkness meant night and rest. But now, with artificial light everywhere, they're totally confused. They mix up day and night. They stay around lamps for no reason. They don't rest, and that hurts their health. Take the moth, for example. It's like a butterfly, but active at night. When it gets too close to strong lights, Its eyes get affected. It can't see or navigate anymore, which is a big deal for flying insects. Also, insects like moths and mosquitoes get extremely tired from circling lights over and over. That's why keeping streetlights on all night in empty areas kills millions of insects every day. And no, this isn't a small issue. Insects are super important to our world. They help pollinate flowers and plants. They clean up waste. And they're a key part of the food chain. That's all for now. And don't forget, if a question pops into your head in the middle of the night, write it in the comments. Most of our videos come from your suggestions. See you next time. Peace.